Well, this week kinda sucked. If you hadn't noticed and somehow you missed it, this past Monday, my YouTube and Gmail account were hacked. Don't know how they got in. And for everybody asking, yes, I did have two-factor authentication turned on, and I did have Google authentication turned on. Neither one of those prompts were brought up when the account was being taken over. I didn't get a message on my phone. I was sitting here playing a game. I tried to check my email, said I was signed out, so I tried to check it on my desktop. Said, "Oh, your password had been changed 2 hours ago." And immediately all the panic came thrusting in. So, if you're seeing this now, we have our channel back. So a big thank you to Team YouTube and the YouTube creators, people in helping getting everything put back together. I still have a lot of work to clean up stuff. It's a big mess back here. But yes, we did get hacked. Monday night, about 10:30 or so, was when I first started noticing it. And immediately started hitting up all the socials, trying to get YouTube and Team YouTube and all of those people to try and help out as quickly as possible. And it is not a quick process. They immediately logged in and changed my verification phone numbers, my backup phone number, my backup email address, my backup codes, and turned off two-factor authentication. Pretty much they went through the security and just wiped everything that was in there out. So all means of being able to restore my channel were immediately locked out. But despite the fact that this week absolutely sucked, I have to say, you guys in the community, the members of Cap Nation, came out in droves. I've never seen so much support ever, and I don't mean that as an insult. You guys hit me up everywhere immediately where people were contacting me saying, "Hey, is your channel down? I was trying to watch a video. I can't seem to find your channel. What's going on?" I had people messaging me, Discord was blowing up, people trying to get in touch with me. I had people DMing me on TikTok, Instagram, Reddit, Discord, Twitter, Facebook. Every means of communication people could think of to try and get in touch with me to find out what happened over the last 3 days, they did. And I tried my best to respond to every single one of them to let know what's going on there, because to reach out to me like that and to provide that level of concern, it helped. This week was probably one of the more stressful weeks of my entire life. This is my job. I know a lot of people say it was like, "Oh, it's just kind of a fun side hobby." But no, this is my job. This is a huge source of income. This puts food on the table and keeps a roof over my head and helps pay for bills and stuff. And this is my biggest source of income. So to see all of a sudden it just gone kind of created a bit of a sinking feeling. I didn't eat at all on Tuesday because I was sick to my stomach. My nerves were absolutely blown. Couldn't sleep, couldn't eat, just absolutely beside myself. But the number of people reaching out to me and sending me messages to find out what happened, and to, if nothing else, just say, "If you need somebody to talk to, I'm here." And the number of people reaching out saying, no matter what happens, if you don't get your channel back, of course we'll subscribe to a new channel. We'll follow you wherever you go. That means more to me than I could ever put into words. So many of you reached out to me, and I can't thank you enough for that. But I hope you know by me saying thank you how much I appreciate it. It helped bring me out of a very big hole that I got jumped into immediately Monday night. And that helped out a lot. And I got a lot of my content creator friends reaching out to me. I had Jawoodle reached out to me pretty quick. My IRL friend and stream friend Serena, she reached out to me multiple times. I got to talk with one of the OGs of YouTube, Jive Turkey. Been a friend with him for a long, long time, reaching out to me. He had this happen to his account years ago, and he was walking me through the process about what all was happened. And Genosis reached out to me, and Greg Scott Bailey reached out to me, and Mr. Reach reached out to me, DMing me, messaging me, asking if there was anything they could do to help out. Those guys are absolutely amazing. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys. To know that I wasn't alone, and it wasn't like, oh, people turning their back on me in the community. It's your problem, you deal with it. It means so much to be a part of a community. There's so much of us, we got each other's backs. We're helping each other out. If nothing else, because there's not a whole lot you can do in that situation besides just try to keep the person calm. I know I am not unique. This has happened to a lot of channels. I know, Linus Tech Gaming had their Linus Tech tech support channel, whatever, theirs got hacked years ago. I think I heard somebody say one of Neeb's channels got hacked before. So it happened to Josh years ago. It's a sheer panic, massive anxiety moment. And so to have other creators reaching out to me saying, hey, I know what you're going through. Here's what's going to happen. Take a breath. That's the hardest part, is just taking a breath and saying, okay, it's terrible, but it will get better. Because I'm an overthinker, like a huge overthinker. And so I'm like, my YouTube career's over. My biggest source of income's gone. What are we going to do, for money? Am I going to have to go out and get another job to, offset what I'm going to lose from YouTube? Did the hackers get into any of my financial stuff? So immediately Monday night, I'm changing PayPal and bank accounts and credit cards and other emails and changing every password on every site imaginably, just, as fast as humanly possible, just to make sure. So Tuesday was a bit of a wreck of a day. And again, I can't thank you guys enough for everybody who reached out to me to help out and being cheerleaders, just to kind of, like I said, to keep my head above water when all this was going on. Because it sucked. It sucked real bad. Of course it does. Something like this is really hard to get through. And again, like I said, to my, content creator friends that reach out to me, I'll happily return the favor if it ever happens to you. But dear God, I hope it doesn't. So if I can give you any advice on how to try and prevent this, yes, make sure two-factor authentication is turned on. Make sure you have a backup email set up on there. Make sure you have a backup phone number that you have set up on there. Go in with your phone that you have on your whatever device you access your account and create a passport. It'll turn your device into an unlocking device. You do that. Get your backup codes and download those. That way, if everything goes to crap, you at least have something to try and help out. How they got around all the two-factor authentication, I don't know. I work in IT, so the only thing I can think of, and I discussed it with some people, was maybe it was somehow they did a session hack. Somehow or another, they got access to data going from my computer to my channel. How that happened, I don't know. I didn't log into any websites. I didn't download any software. I didn't run any scripts. I was literally sitting here playing a game. I was playing Star Rupture because it was fun and relaxing. I was having a good time. And until it wasn't. And then it sucked real bad. So, if you're a content creator, or hell, even if you're just a YouTube viewer, go in and make sure your security settings are turned the way they need to be. Because it's a big pain in the ass, to put it lightly. Especially if this is part of your livelihood and trying to make sure that your job, and for me, I've been doing this for 15 years now. I have 2,000 something, 2,200 and something videos or whatever. To have a thought that all of those are gone and 15 years of my life might just be gone like that, it definitely hurts. It hurts a whole lot. So again, I want to say thank you to all the viewers, for everybody in the community, all you amazing people. I love you from the bottom of my heart, truly. Thank you so much for everybody who reached out to me. Thank you to my content creator friends who helped me keep my head above water. Thank you to Team YouTube over on Twitter for helping me to kind of get the ball rolling. But I will say, as much as I want to give you all props for that, the amount of time it takes to get a response is maddening. There has got to be a better way for people who's, we actually have productive channels and, decent sized channels and been doing it for years, besides just tweeting an account and hoping to God somebody sees it and responds to us. There's no phone calls. There's no emails. There's no chat support. There's no support that we have besides a hope and a prayer on there. I started messaging all of the YouTube accounts on Twitter within 5 minutes of noticing this. It took 14 hours before I got the first response via DM. And that first response was, "We're sorry to hear your account may be compromised. Use this link here to try and go through an account recovery," which is I forgot my password. Which, if they had read any of the messages before that, would say, I'd already gone through all that. They changed all my stuff. I couldn't do that. It was another 12 hours before I got another response to tell me that, so they needed to kind of look into it. People on Twitter were retweeting me. They were tweeting them directly of, "Get your ass in gear. Why is this taking so long?" It took 8 to 12 hours for every single response. When I finally got yesterday, after an ungodly amount of me bugging the shit out of them to try and respond to help me get this going. Because the only way you can recover an account like that is you have to get the YouTube specialists to get involved, which they have to submit for it. They'll email you on a separate email account to fill out this really lengthy form to submit to them so they can start working on it. But things that you need on that form are information that you have to get from your dashboard. But if your account's been closed, you can't get it. And so I'm responding like, y'all gave me 48 hours to fill out this form. It's been 24 hours and I still can't get you to respond to tell me one piece of information so I can send this on. It was maddening. Having things outside your control to begin with in any aspect is just absolutely so maddening. But when it's something like this and you know if you could just freaking pick up the damn phone and call somebody and say, hey, I can verify every piece of my information, my account's been hacked, here's my email, my phone number, my address, my freaking social security number, I can send you a picture of my lovely face. Can you go ahead and stop that and change the password back or reset the email so I can recover it? But no, it's 24 hours of begging and tweeting and crying and trying not to throw up and being an absolute miserable, thinking my 15 years of YouTube was gone before I finally got a response. And it was an automated response to tell me to try something I had tried 23 hours and 55 minutes later, or prior to. That, take a breath. So yes, they were able to help me. I was able to regain control as of tonight, Thursday. The channel is still a mess. I've got videos that auto-mark themselves as demonetized. I've got videos that aren't showing up with correct thumbnails. Comments aren't showing up like they're supposed to. So I've got quite a bit of work I have to do on the back end to try and get it back to the way it was. But I'm thankful to have it back. But dear God, there needs to be a better way. I don't know how to make a push for this to come up with an 800 number, a dedicated YouTube channel or a dedicated somewhere that says, hey, how about a Twitter account that says YouTube hacked? That's all they do is channels that get hacked. That's solely their responsibility. That would be great. So we can reach out to them in time of panic and say like, hey, my job is on the line. My huge source of income is about to go away. Could you please help me out? Por favor. So again, I'm thankful that they finally helped me do that. And I'm appreciative of what they did. But for people who are impatient and don't like to be out of control, especially when something crazy like that happens, really rough. So anyway, I just wanted to let everybody know what happened. Thank you again so much for everybody who reached out to me. I won't forget it. You guys are absolutely amazing. It warms my heart, and I can't tell you how grateful I am for how many of you reached out on every platform out there to try and see if I was okay. And to tell me, it's like, oh, me and my wife or me and my kids watch your content. We watch your videos every day, and your channel's not there. Is it ever going to be back? We miss you already. Just right here. It just hit me right here. So thank you very, very much. Regular content will return starting this next week. Fingers crossed. No problems. Because I still have videos recorded. Just haven't been able to get them uploaded yet. But guys, thank you so damn much. From the bottom of my heart. If you're seeing this and you got unsubscribed or whatever, check down below the video. Make sure you didn't get unsubscribed in all this mess. And, click the little bell if you want to get notified when videos go live. Thank you again very much. Again, from the bottom of my heart. Y'all have a wonderful day.